We seem to be being brought to a whole new technological world here and there by Elon Musk. So, aside from our previous videos, this is another interesting video where Elon Musk and NASA finally revealed a new light-speed engine. Welcome to Elon Musk era. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and more. Considering what Elon Musk and NASA have recently developed, have they finally defied the laws of physics? Maybe they have, for the reason that NASA is working on developing a near-light-speed engine that defies physics. It consists of a concept for an engine that can reach 99% the speed of light without employing any fuel at all. You may think this sounds like something from a science fiction film, but it's not. Moreover, an engineer at NASA is working on something similar that could defy the laws of physics. So where are these engines headed? When it cannot use a propellant, what will it use for fuel? Also, is it possible for a human to travel in a vehicle with this kind of thruster? Would fast space travel be possible with this kind of thruster? Today's video will answer these questions and a few others that are going through most people's minds right now. So make sure you watch the whole video because you do not want to miss anything. Throughout history, humanity has dreamed of traveling across the astronomical distances that separate us from the ultimate destination on the other side of the universe. Moreover, since we discovered all stars in the sky are suns, and every star in the sky is a solar system containing planets and perhaps even life, even the nearest star is about 4 light years away. Despite NASA's Juno achieving the highest speed, a man-made spacecraft has never gone faster than 74 kilometers per second. Despite traveling 46 miles per second, it would take more than 4,000 years to reach the nearest star. However, we are driven by our desire to travel everywhere and investigate everything in space. After all, that's a lot of space. And even then, it's a way out of proportion. Additionally, a trip to our nearest star would still take us years, even if we traveled at the fastest possible speed. Further, we all know that SpaceX was founded by Elon Musk as a private spaceflight company to make human life multi-planetary. This is because, according to him, the event of a calamity on Earth, such as a massive asteroid strike, relocating humans to another world such as Mars could potentially save humanity. In 2016, Elon Musk stated that history would be divided into 2 tracks. First, there is an option for us to remain on this planet indefinitely and experience an eventual extinction event. Alternatively, we could become a multi-planetary species and a spacefaring civilization, which he believes to be the best strategy. In the past, SpaceX founder Elon Musk expressed his interest in developing settlements on Mars. To become self-sufficient, he says, a significant number of people would have to become self-sufficient. This can only be accomplished with an automobile capable of taking this fantasy to the next level. Nonetheless, space travel is still limited by the limitations of our technology and physical laws as they exist today. Further, there has been progress in some areas such as laser sails that use nuclear energy instead of chemical power, or the production and control of antimatter or dark matter that will provide game-changing technological breakthroughs. In addition, as a human desire to solve problems is another objective of human nature, as part of his spare time, NASA engineer David Burns has been doing exactly that. A new engine that he claims can reach speeds of 99% the speed of light without fuel has been developed. And the report has been published on NASA's technical report server under the name Helical Engine. Then, on paper, it works by exploiting the fact that mass changes at speeds near the speed of light in vacuum relativistic speeds. However, it has not been reviewed by an expert yet, and there is a similar amount of curiosity being generated by this story as there was in the early days of the EM drive, and that makes sense. Additionally, there is a report suggesting that the engine might defy physics. Putting things into perspective, the EM drive marked NASA's first attempt to create an engine that is fast and lightweight. Now, what's an EM drive? So, EM drives are radio frequency resonant cavity thrusters that were conceived in 2001 by British chartered electrical engineer Robert Scheuer, who has more than 48 years who has more than 48 years of experience in the aerospace industry and defense industry. Further, a microwave reflected internally may generate thrust in contravention of the law of conservation of momentum and other unifying principles. Some media outlets have termed the device the impossible drive. Also, the physical explanations for how the EM drive operates go beyond what we know about physics. Even though space quantum time does not permit anything to push off of it, it may be interacting with its vacuum energy. Furthermore, it's possible that our sense of forwarding motion has been destroyed, and perhaps it's brand new physics following the EM drive tests. As of yet, there are no details on how this device might work as a thruster, or what components make it up from the people who claim to have invented it, and making it difficult to gauge whether a device is a thruster. According to NASA's Advanced Propulsion Physics Laboratory in 2016, one of these tests produced a modest apparent thrust, a finding that has yet to be confirmed. Following further investigation, the thrust recorded was later determined to be an error in measurement caused by interactions with the Earth's magnetic field or by heat gradients. According to 3 papers published in March 2021 by researchers of the Technical University of Dresden, the push was caused by external influences. Despite its claim to defy physics, the helical engine seems unlikely to contradict them anytime soon. Despite the suspicion, some quarters have shown that toward David Burns' proposal, he believes it's worth pursuing. Further, Burns stated, "I'm comfortable with throwing it out there. If someone says it doesn't work, I'll be the first to say it was worth a shot." So exactly what was he trying to say when he said it would work? An experiment by Burns is to depict a box, which has a weight inside and is hung on a line and has springs at either end. Using the weight to illustrate his point, this was like shaking the entire box in a vacuum while maintaining static like a GIF stabilizing around the weight. Overall, the box would move in the same direction as the weight. But if the weight's mass grew in only one direction, it would create thrust in that direction. Are there any physics rules that can explain that? Considering the notion of momentum conservation, it shouldn't be possible for a system's momentum to be changed by external stimuli. Then, when objects approach the speed of light, Einstein's particular relativity theory says that they gain mass. And particle accelerators must account for this. Burns' idea would work similarly if the ring were replaced by a circular particle accelerator, in which the ions are rapidly accelerated over one stroke and then deaccelerated over the second. But Burns believes that using the particle accelerator for both lateral as well as circular motion is a better approach than the box and rod. Accordingly, the particle accelerator should be designed to be helix-like. However, this case involves a relativity error. As an object's speed approaches that of light, spatial relativity says it gains mass. Meanwhile, the ions may flow more quickly at one end and slower at the other if the weight were replaced with ions and the box with a loop. Burns' drive, in contrast, has 2 closed loops and is called a helical engine because it has flanges similar to a spring that has been extended. Initially, ions are accelerated in a circle and at relativistic speeds before varying their velocity to change their mass a bit. Further, Burns explained that ions are then moved back and forth along the path of travel to produce thrust. He even noted, other than ions traveling in a vacuum line trapped inside electric and magnetic fields, the engine has no moving parts. Also, researchers predict the volume chambers will have to be large because it is 200 meters long, or about 656 feet, and 12 meters in diameter, or about 40 feet. Then, 1 Newton of thrust would require 165 megawatts of energy, about the same amount needed to accelerate 1 kilogram of mass per second squared, roughly equivalent to what a power plant would be able to produce. With the pace at which aeronautical technology is advancing, it should not surprise us if we see an engine that can travel faster than light in the not-too-distant future. Nonetheless, once that happens, we'll be well on our way to realizing all of our science, fiction, and fantasies. Would you like to share your thoughts on NASA's near-light-speed engine that defies laws of physics? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for this video on Elon Musk and NASA's new light-speed engine. and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on Elon Musk and his companies, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.